Okay, today we're learning an halacha. If somebody was born mohul, he doesn't have an orla. He was already born. It was done before he was born. Hashem did it. So the shaila is, if you do, let's say he was born on Shabbos, you have to, if you do the atofas dam bris, you have to do still have to let some blood out. If you do it on Shabbos or not. If that also doiche Shabbos, he's atofas dam bris. And so that's the shaila. We're going to see it also applies to many other similar shailas. So it's all start in a pasuk in Vayikra. It says va'araltem es orlosai. It's in Parshas Tazria. So the Gemara says orlosav vaday doiches Shabbos, v'los sofek doiches Shabbos. Then the Gemara goes to many scenarios where it's not vaday. In one of them, the Gemara says orlosav vaday v'lo noilat kshu mohul doiches Shabbos. If he born mohul, again, he had already bris before he was born. All you have to do atofas dam bris, just let some blood out. Shebeshamai oimrim tzorich lahotif mena dam bris. Going to Beshama, you do have to do atofas dam bris. So Besil omrim enot tzorich. Then, according to Besil, Bechal you know anything. So there's no what noiche Shabbos. You do nothing. There's not even atofas dam bris. Amar Rav Shem ben Elazar lo nechlok Beshama Besil al nolet shu mohul shetzorich lahotif dam bris. Lefnei she'orlo kvushahi. Says no. Every masking the atofas dam bris you need to do because orla kvusha meaning if there was an orla it was just covered, it looked like it was done a bris milah. Al man nechlok al gershen is gayer kshu mohul ger. That he came to do gerus and there was already mohul. That's very common today. Some people do a surgery to remove the bris in the hospital, or somebody Ishmaeli that they do bris and he is coming trying to do ger and he had already a milah. The Beshama is saying you still have to do atofas dam bris. So Besil and atofas dam bris. Okay, so that's nothing to do. According to Rav Shem ben Elazar, don't argue about Shabbos. Bechal argue if somebody comes already with the milah, however it's done. If he needs atofas dam bris, we'll learn also another scenario. We learned last week from the Rashba said, if somebody had to do an emergency surgery before 8 days on his orla, to remove the orla for medical purposes. So we said that according to Rashba, there's no nafkamina who does it, a goy or a Jew, because it's not called bris milah. Now, him coming to the 8th day, after, let's say, they remove the orla before 8 days, coming to 8 days, do we have to do atofas dam bris or not? That will be the same machlokes. So again, I'm going back to the same idea, same question. If somebody born mohul, if you have to do atofas dam bris, if it's Shabbos, is 8 day, or he doesn't do atofas dam bris, then this comes. Well, we're going to see. Then if the mandoma that you have to do atofas dam bris, if you're going to be doiche Shabbos, and another question is if you're going to be doing on that brocha, because if you're going to say it's don't need to do atofas dam bris, there's no brocha over there, so that makes a lot of nafkamina. So here where we're starting in Reish Samach Gimel, the tour brings like this: noilat kshu mohul, somebody born mohul. Kosav Rabbeinu Yitzchak and Tzarich lahatif man dam bris. Rav Albas Kosher, meaning that machlok is all the way from the Tanoim all the way coming to the Rishonim. If somebody know that mol needs something like the same thing. If a ger came to be misgayer and he has already bris, that you need to do atofas dam bris to let some blood out or not. So Lamaitze he said that's a machlokes, and then he concludes also the tour ve'en bevorchim ala milah. In such a scenario where there's a machlokes and you do atofas dam bris, there's no broch over there. Then the Rosh brings this machlokes. Like I said, machlokes between the Rishonim, you need, you don't need. Then he says, "B'soif dvor of kosav the Rosh." So olam no hagu lahatif men dam bris. The meaning is to do hatofa, meaning to do let blood out, whether it's by gerim, whether it's by gerim, or whether it's by somebody born with a bris. If you have to do hatofas dam bris. Now in Shulchan Aruch, that's how the Shulchan Aruch paskins of here. In the Reish Samach Gimel, the Mechaber says, "No lak shumol tzarich lahatif men dam bris." Then over here, it doesn't talk about the bracha anything. That's in Reish Samach Gimel. In the Reish Samach Hay, he says like this: Halacha Gimel. Ger shemol kodem shenis gayer. If ger had a bris milah before he made the gir, the cotton shenoila kshu mohul, and then a cotton that was born with a milah already. I mean, without orlam. Shemativim men dam bris when they do atofas dam bris, enam tzrichim bracha. That's what the Mechaber says. Yeah, and so according to this, there's no bracha. Now, the Shach brings over there, Kosav Atur b'Shem Ba'ala Itur, Mikol Mokem, Baruch Shel Lachnis B'Vrit Shel Avrom Avinu, that's Mevorchim. That we don't say Baruch Ala Milah, but we do say Baruch Lachnis Shel B'Vrit Shel Avrom Avinu, V'Amechaber Etik Lo Shel Rambam, Mashma, Midvar with Ein Tzorich L'Vorach Baruch Klal, V'Kach Kosav HaRashba, She'en Mevorchim all of Lachnis. According to the Rashba and the Rambam, there's no bracha whatsoever. When somebody born mohul, you need to do atofas dam bris. There's no bracha. It would be very strange to be in such a bris milah. No birkas milah. None of it. Okay. Then he brings like this in Reish Samach Vav. Kotan, then Halacha Shiur. Kotan Shalal, I'm bringing from the Mechaber. Kotan Shalal Kshu Mohul, Umishesh Lo. Yeah, so that's, I'm going to focus on what we need. It says, the Enom Doichim as a Shabbos. Clearly it says over here. In Reis Samach, it says it's not Doiche Shabbos. Again, so it's few Yonim. Hey, when you do Atofas Damris, that's the minhag, even that's Machloikis. We do Atofas Damris. But it's not Doiche Shabbos. And when the Gabe Brocha, we don't say, according to the looks like Kul Alma, we don't say over here a Brocha of Lachnis of Brita Shel Avram Avinu, but the other Brocha is a Machloikis if you say it or not. So everybody kiminogi. There's one thing over here, a big shaila on the Bach. We had a similar machlokes in Reish Samech Dalet. He says like this. We know la halacha lekula alma lechatchila goy cannot make bris milah. Aval akum lo yomul klal, the lotion of the tour because of a Rambam ilmol b'diavad. Let's say somebody did not know or whatever, the goy made a bris milah, whether it was in the hospital, whatever, he made a bris milah. It says en tzarich lachzer v'lomul klal pam shniyol. Ubesefer hamitzvos koser zech lachzer v'lotim dam bris. That's machlokes according to the Rambam mashma. You don't do nothing. According to the Sefer hamitzvos, you have to do atofas dam bris. The Yosef saying they're not choylek. They're saying the same thing. He spoke about you don't have to do any cutting, but atofas dam bris you need to. Okay, that's how the Bris says it. The Bach says no. The Bach, and that's a big kasha on the Bach of it. The Bach says no. According to the Rambam, you don't do the atofas dam bris at all. Because Sefer hamitzvos you have to do. And it's enough kamina. He says, v'im hoyo Shabbos b'yom hashmini. Let's say they did him by mistake or whatever, the parents did not know in the hospital, they made him a bris milah before Yom HaShmini. Come Yom HaShmini, according to Sefer HaMitzvahs, you have to do atofas dam bris. Or somebody was born mole, you have to do atofas dam bris. Says the Bach, there's enough community. He says, they are choylek, Rambam and the Sefer HaMitzvahs. There's enough community, he says, according to the Sefer HaMitzvahs, that you have to do atofas dam doiche Shabbos, im hoyo b'Yom HaShmini. Says according theoretically saying this. In a minute, why it's only theoretically. According to Sefer HaMitzvahs, you have to do atofas dam bris even on Shabbos. And he says, "You bepluga the Ravavosa." Since the big people argue on this, en litchas Shabbos. He says, we're not going to do it. So why I'm saying it's a big kasha on the Bacha. Even you're going to say, according to the Sefer HaMitzvahs, I need atofas dam bris lekula alma. It doesn't need brocha. Everybody is saying this. There's no machlokes in it. So even theoretically, Abach says according to those which just needs ataseh brocha, mashma from him. You don't do it only with that suffix brocha. From all the other Rishonim, including the Rashi and the Gemara, mashma lekul alma, you don't make brocha. If somebody was born mole, you don't make brocha atofas dam bris, and it's not doiche Shabbos. It's not doiche Shabbos. There's a machlokes if you do the other brochas, Asher Kiddush did Mebeten and all these brochas. But mashma you don't do brocha on the milah by atofas dam bris, and mashma also from here that there's not doiche Shabbos. That's the main punchline over here. It's not so much the brocha, not the brocha. More, it's not doiche Shabbos. But somebody who's born mole, his milah atofas, his atofas dam bris is not doiche Shabbos.